Yeah.
Have you gotten some older adults, lesbian and gay, that have been closeted that actually come out and support you? Anybody older than, say, 30?
Yeah, definitely. We had a lesbian couple on our panel from Jasper for The Kids Are All Right, and they talked about their family and how that came to be and how they moved here to Jasper and saw how, like conservative they were and how much they kind of had to hide themselves. But now, not necessarily just because of Raise Up, but just because of the time, they're finally able to be more out about themselves. So.
Yeah, we have a lot of older adult supporters, a lot more than probably you'd even imagine. And we have a really cool lady named Reen Goodsell, who is actually a religion teacher in our town and an open lesbian, and she's been a really awesome supporter.
Yeah, we actually have more adults that attend our events than we do
kids. Yeah.
Well, the kids will follow. It'll take a little while,
Yeah.
maybe. Adults might be a little braver at this point in time now that you've started something. Did you receive any opposition from the school system at all?
With the
With the GSA and with your group? Anybody object? I mean, was there a real problem?
Oh, it was an issue starting the GSA. It was not easy because we
went round and round about
there's so many back and forth, so many.
You have to do this. You have to go to the school board. Then we find out we don't have to go to the school board.
We were told a lot of different things and went through a few teachers who agreed and then backed out, and so, but we just kept pushing.
Yeah,
we never gave up with it.
What we did and what we feel like really got the GSA started was that the current advisor had attended one of our film series, and I think after she saw how serious we were about it and how much support there actually was for it, she decided to say yes. And
because
that's a brave teacher.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, no, she's
I
awesome.
respect her so much.
So much. Like, because they had tried to push a sort of diversity club saying the LGBT issue should be left at home. It shouldn't be in the schools, and it should just be a diversity club because this is a bullying issue. And we really fought against, no, this has to be its own group. We're obviously against bullying for everyone, but this is a whole separate issue because LGBT students don't have a family to go home to. They didn't have anywhere to go in Jasper before this.
Yeah.
Where do you see this group going now? I know that you've graduated and you're going to graduate, Sarah, and do you have enough people, enough support that you think the group will go on once you two are removed from it?
Yeah, I mean, even right now, so much of our following and so much of what we do is online and communicating via all the social media sites and whatnot. And then we really feel like that we can plan events for breaks, and our ability to come home would be okay to be able to have events throughout the year. And then with the GSA finally getting started, and then there's some adults who are looking to start kind of like a PFLAG chapter to an extent.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, it'd be so great. So having those two groups plus us doing Raise Up from afar, I feel like we can really continue a support system.
Yeah, we hope it'll continue. And we also have some juniors and sophomores, underclassmen in the GSA who are dedicated, and we feel like we'll be able to sort of take that over once I leave. And we're hoping to sort of put together a binder and just some events that they can do and give that to them before we leave so that they have an outline of where they can take the group. Because we really want it to continue and stay, because it's really going to be a good thing for
if your advisor,
your
faculty advisor, is supportive and wants to keep the group going, that will be helpful, I think.
Yes, definitely.
She's she will.
She's very
well. It's so
passionate.
funny because I got so much crap for trying to go back to my high school to start a GSA. Like, you're out of the school. Why would you want to go back? I'm like, my friends are still at that high school. And if anyone knows better or knows what's actually going on, it would be me who just graduated. And so it's like, just because we leave, it doesn't mean that we care any less about what's going on.
Exactly.
We still care just as much.
What size is this high school?
About 1,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
From 9th to 12th grade.
Well, it should be encouraging to people, and I know there's a couple other small towns around that students have tried to start a GSA and weren't very successful, mainly because they couldn't get a faculty advisor to support them, even though there were some faculty that wanted to.
Yeah.
But actually, you have a legal right to have a GSA. People
Yeah,
need to know that.
Yeah.
The equal access law.
There's a lot of laws, and there's a lot of organizations out there willing to help. Like, we got with the ACLU, which is...
They're very supportive.
So that they let the advisor know, and the principal know exactly what kind of legal situation they would be in if the teacher was at all threatened with her job if she were to be the advisor of a GSA, and what the principal would do if he tried to block this at all. So we really got all of our resources together so we could come to the school looking really legitimate and really serious about what we were going to do.
The ACLU has some awesome resources on their website, some awesome letters. They have a letter to schools that students can print off, and they have court cases and a lot of really good information for students who want to get something started.
All right, that's aclu.org. People want to know. Well, what do you have coming up? Do you have plans here in the future? I've heard, you're going to have events over the summer.
Yes. Yeah. Well, one thing that we've been doing, we started it back in November, but we're really going to push it right now, is the Nick 6 campaign, which Indiana Equality has started. But we are taking the Nick 6 and turning it into the Nick 6 project, where we're letting people from around Indiana or across the country, I guess, too, to create videos. We have scripts for them on our website, and they'll film their video and send it to us, and then we're going to compile them into about a 3-minute promotional material to send around Indiana to really get people educated about what HJR6 is and what it means for this state if it is passed.
That's such a good thing to do. People really need to know what's going on as far as trying to, I guess, just prevent us from having civil rights, basic civil rights.
Yeah. It's way more than a marriage bill.
It's the first time that the state constitution would be amended to take away rights.
Oh, absolutely. And there's some people that are very, well, when I went to, a few years ago, there was a major demonstration up in Indianapolis. It's probably the largest one I've seen since I've been in Indiana. There were several thousand people there, and the American Family people, Eric Miller, I think that's his name, his crowd were also there. And when I looked at them, I mean, they just reminded me of the photos of the old Klan photos way back in the 20s and 30s when they ruled Indiana. And it's very scary to think that there are people who really want to prevent people from just having their basic civil rights, from living a safe and healthy life.
And what's even more scary is that no one knows about this bill.
Yeah,
it's being kept really under wraps, and
people don't know.
People don't know the extent.
Well,
of
they
what
would
it can
know
do.
if they go on Facebook, go to Indiana Equality, go to Raise Up. What is your website?
It's www.raiseupLGBT.com, and our Facebook is www.facebook.com/raiseupLGBT.
YouTube and a Twitter also that you can get to from our website. And you can also sign up to join our mailing list on our website.
Okay, so you're going to work on Nick 6, and are you going to have some events around that in Jasper to educate people? Is that?
Yeah, we're going to try to attend some Pride Fests over the summer.
A lot of them.
Yeah, like we just talked with Spencer, the Pride Fest, and we're thinking about setting up a video booth as kind of that. Instead of handing out things, we would set up a video booth there where people can come in and film their Nick 6 videos, and then hopefully get a lot of support that way. And then we're planning a big event that we don't really have any details about to release right now, but then we're also thinking about another film series, and our past one kind of focused on what it means to be gay, what it means to be transgender, and what it means to be a lesbian couple, where we want to focus, I think, more on HIV and AIDS awareness, and political figures like Milk.
The documentary Milk about Harvey Milk.
Right.
Because the film series just went over really well, and we felt like that was a very good venue that really emphasizes what Raise Up is all about, which is that discussion and education. We really feel like we're different because we're not trying to push anyone into a belief. Because we believe that if you give people the facts and the true information about it, they're going to see what the truth is.
Put a human face on the lesbian, gay, bi, trans issue. Well, we are out of time. Our engineers and producers are going crazy. We always run out of time. We just never have enough. Thank you both, not only for what you're doing, but for joining us in studio and telling us about it. And I certainly hope you'll come back on again and keep us updated.
Definitely just like us on Facebook, and you'll hear about all the things we're doing. So
I already have, and I'll probably see you at some of the Pride events.
I hope so,
yeah. Absolutely. You guys are both role models for the state, and thanks for driving all the way up here.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.